Saunter onto camera. Check out people in the chat. Say greetings. How's everyone doing? Slightly different camera angle.
Ooh.
All right. Let's.
The top of my melon's gone.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, yeah.
My melon.
Let's try that.
Top of my melon.
I bet you that'll work because we now see tinfoil. If we see tinfoil, there we go. Look at that.
We're in focus. We're in focus.
All right. So slightly different setup. So, welcome one, welcome all. Canucks with Guitars.
Is it just like a glitch, or is there some sort of weird like
haze?
Yeah.
Well, that's due to recent law changes, I'm guessing. No. I don't know. Do you guys see a haze right about here? Let us know. Let us know.
Right.
While we're doing that, once again.
I mean, you could be, but
Canucks with Guitars, I'm Ben. And you are, sir?
Mm-hmm. You know who it is.
Yeah, that's right.
Uncle Richie.
So how was your week, bud?
Pretty good, pretty good. It's, yeah, pretty good. Got the, project finished up there.
Awesome.
Yeah. Pretty good. Yourself?
Busy as always. You know, working at the busy store. Man, crazy. Friday night, I hopped on with the Johnny Bean himself. Thank you very much, Johnny. Hanging out, did the late show, got off the air about 3:30 a.m. So it was like a gig. You know, I figured we had been gigging the 2 weeks prior, so I'm kind of used to a late Friday night.
Shape. Yeah.
That was awesome. And then Sunday night, had the Tone King on while you were off doing your adventure, which we'll talk about later.
Yes.
While the Tone...
Well, I'd gotten home from my adventure, but I was in bed by that time.
Yeah. Who do I have on with the Tone King?
Early Monday.
Shane from In the Blues jumped in too.
Ah.
And then Monday...
My favorite Aussie.
Yeah. We had China Guitar Skeptic, Mike from the UK, the Sussex area, we'll say. He was awesome. And then Steve from Boston jumped in for a few minutes. And so we talked a lot of the GitCon stuff and stuff like that. It was awesome. Let's see who we got in the chat tonight. We have Soda Pop.
Hello.
We have Guitar Hack.
Hola.
Good to see you, Guitar Hack. I hope you had a great show. We got Gussie Wells.
Bienvenue.
Who's not local. I asked him once if he was local. He just accidentally has caps locks on. So all I get is, not local. I'm like, okay, bud. Like, I understand. I'm from the area. I wouldn't want to say you're from here either. Love you, buddy. See, we got Irvin Gaunt.
Hello.
We got Jimmy T.
Salut.
Marxo's Images.
Hello.
Let's see here. Fender Guru from New Zealand. Our favorite New Zealander, Andrew.
My favorite Kiwi.
We got Dave R's Guitars.
Hello there.
We have David Ennis.
Salutations.
Brother David. Absolute Mayhem.
Hey, how's it doing?
Mitch Heyman.
Hello, hello.
Guitar Girl KB.
Greetings.
Strung Out Podcast.
I like that name. Hello.
That's the new show with Adam EVH and JJ.
Ah, rockin'.
Yeah, they're still working on that. So if you guys are interested in Adam and JJ, definitely give that channel
Adam
a sub.
or JJ or like?
That's probably Adam since I see JJ right below.
All right.
He says, "What up, guitar freaks?"
Hey,
yeah, and plus he's Strung Out says JJ you meta. Yeah.
All right. Well, there we are. There we are. I don't see the chat. So
we got Randall Fisher in the house.
Hello.
We have Mike Ray in the house.
Hello.
We have Quentin James.
Salutations.
Bumble Bess.
Greetings.
BB Ninja.
Hello.
He says konnichiwa. Did we say Guitar Girl KB? Yeah,
well.
Johnny Bean.
Yeah.
Hello. Adam Lewis. Hello, welcome. New name, Lefty Mike. Good to see you. That seems to be everybody right now. Everyone's saying hey to each other.
Greetings, one and all.
We have 2 people from Kentucky in here.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
Everyone likes KY.
Yes, Johnny shaved the beard off. So, yeah, thanks again, Johnny, for having me on the other night. That was awesome. I wasn't sure if you were in the chat yet. Always a blast. Always a blast. Learned so much Van Halen stuff and just good times. Yeah, it was myself and Johnny and Steve Anderson, because it's the Steve Anderson Power Hours. Caleb jumped in. The captain, Michael Smith, was on.
Yeah, rocking.
Oh, yeah.
Whole gang.
Yeah, it was great till I
Your
started
whole
falling
gang,
asleep.
Well,
You know?
yeah, I guess exactly.
Yeah, you can only have so many pints after midnight before it starts catching up with oneself. So
It becomes the anti-coffee really quick.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's see. What do we got coming up this week? We have a new piece of gear because he went on an adventure.
Well, it's part B of the MacGyvox.
MacGyvox. Yes, I see. I was going to write down the note, but I couldn't remember the
MacGyvox.
name. The MacGyvox.
The MacGyvox project has had part B completed. And,
23 people watching, 4
Satisfactory.
thumbs ups. Awesome. 24 and 4. Appreciate those thumbs ups, folks. Yeah, so do we get into that or do we talk about the topical news of the week first?
Oh, well, let's go through the news of the week first anyway.
All right. Well, Gibson has a new CEO.
Yes, the former CEO of Levi's.
Levi Strauss, yes.
Which,
I like it.
you know what? He kind of like carried the brand. He was the guy who carried the brand through like the phase of like redundancy, where it's like the people who bought Levi's, and like they weren't really actively
Right.
pursuing any new or especially young markets. And then he was just sort of like, look, we don't need to be running some sort of hip, funky jean company. We are Levi's. We run in the heritage of the fact we are Levi's.
Yep.
And the people who know what that means, and they'll buy our pants. And he...
Captain Smith pulled into port. See, I just had to mention his name.
Ding, ding. Salutations.
I don't think I have.
Yeah, so, you know what? I read his initial little interview there that they had posted on Reverb, I believe it was.
I got
and
my knowledge from Steve from Boston, citing my source.
It doesn't really sound like it's going to be a bad thing. Like, he seems like, well, he's a guitar player himself.
Yes.
So, like, that's a big improvement over Henry.
Yep.
Like, the man's a guitar player himself.
And it's cool for a heritage brand to have a heritage, like, the guy's used to heritage, like you say.
Yeah.
I dig it. Like, I don't recall
think,
any,
like,
I don't recall the Crystal Pepsi of Levi's ever.
No.
They never, no.
Because they
You know,
didn't...
when people want button flies, they re-release some button flies. When people don't want them, guess what? You can't get them anymore.
Yeah. We're not going to keep making them because they're redundant. But, yeah, I think it could be a good thing.
I do not miss button flies.
Personally, like, because he seems like everything he was pushing in that interview seems like he's big on, like, the heritage of the product. Like, the fact the product was, like, it was the best. Like, you were buying a Gibson because it was the best. You couldn't buy a better electric guitar.
Right.
And he seems like he's really big on that kind of idea. So, I mean...
I dig it.
If anything, at least hopefully we're going to see an improvement in overall quality of the product running out the door. Which...
Another piece of news this week. If you're buying a new guitar, sounds like it might be a little easier to buy a new guitar. What do they call it? The CITES Treaty is going to get relaxed a bit. So you will, in fact, be able to ship internationally rosewood on your guitar.
Excellent.
As long as it is a fully finished guitar.
Okay, so not parts.
Exactly, which will cut down on, unfortunately, a number of companies like, I believe, Axel Guitars, we'll use them as an example, where they would have most of the guitar built overseas, shipped to California for final assembly and Q&A. You know, like the bodies were cut there, finished there. So you wouldn't be able, it's not a finished guitar. So unless they fully are built overseas,
Then
that's my understanding.
So,
hey, Blackie DH. Hey, brother.
yeah, it seems like it's kind of because I mean, if they're being built in a country that's signed on to the to not trade in rosewood,
Well, I think
is that country willing to ruffle feathers on an international level just to put wood,
well, I think
just to put a particular wood on guitars that they would just use.
And
it
seems to be a little more allowable for the larger factories that are producing, let's say, like Cort. They build all the Cort guitars, plus they're building a lot of other names guitars. Big volume, fully finished guitars, as opposed to, maybe some of these factories that are just partial build. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't ever really buy new anymore anyway, so...
And you know, some of the Pal Pharaoh
Hey,
stuff
Todd Flowers
that's been coming out,
Yeah.
it's
I like the Pal Pharaoh.
some of it looks kind of
Funky.
funky. Yeah, not like bad or gross.
No, it's
or
kind of
just,
B-stock rosewood in some ways.
Yeah, like
well, like that,
some of it,
the
yeah,
rosewood
some of
fretboard
it
on my
just
Jet
looks
King.
like-
Remember how it had that big in it? You know,
some
you're
of
like,
it looks
what
like
the-
really
make a good side of an
B-stock
acoustic, but not.
rosewood. But some of it has really, really unique character in and of itself.
It does.
Like that one, is it the Telecaster they have at Ardens?
Right.
And it's got that light, like almost gray kind of
Yeah,
marble
yeah,
look to it. And it's got a lot of character. Like you just wouldn't find that in rosewood. The
That's
color
right.
or that particular grain pattern, it's really funky. And I think as they start getting more and more into that wood, you're gonna find a consistency in the more desirable look of that, especially in more upper end or middle upper end products. I think you're gonna see, like, if there's a particular grain pattern that develops that people are like, hey, this is the pattern that looks good in Pal Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Then I don't know.
We got.
I think you'll come to see it become a more desirable fretboard material.
Sure. We got Lando 27 Music tuning in from the nation's
Hello.
capital. He says, "Hey, nice shirt, Rich. That's my fave Beatles album, Dower Yabba."
It's a good one.
Because obviously, but
Dower
seriously, it's my
Yabba,
fave.
but it's just
Which makes sense.
It's Dayor Yabba, but yeah, it's
well, that's what. Yeah, I just pronounced it.
Dayor Yabba. Yeah, no, it was cool. He was something that got in the reverse guitar phase a lot.
Yeah, they decided to go left-handed.
Yeah, everyone took up playing left-handed
And
guitar.
Paul
'cause
switched to right.
The Maharishi, yeah, except Paul. Paul switched over and started playing right-handed, and the Maharishi was all like, "It'll trip your music out."
We got Charlie S in the house too.
How you doing tonight, Lando?
Okay, awesome, Mike. Well, not awesome, but Mike's up the vet with Davey. Davey's going on what, Mike, 4 or 5 months when he was given 2 to 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his best friend and dog there. So, well wishes to Davey. So,
Hi, brother.
yes. Let's see here. Blah, 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 talking to each other. Oh, we got Caesar All Guitar in here. Awesome. Sorry if I missed you. There you are.
Hello there.
And we got Brian Cote. We got Paul
Salud.
Liu. We got Jason Wade.
Hoya hoya.
Jeez.
Bienvenidos.
That's okay. He says he hit the wrong button, didn't realize we were live already. That's okay. Got 38 people watching, 15 thumbs ups. Thank you. Well, 39 people watching, it says here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Cool, cool. So if you guys have any questions on the news discussed, topics, what have you, I'm sure, well, you guys know the routine. Just type away.
Fire away.
We might even have an answer. Michael B.
Hey there.
I'm doing a hangout with Michael B. November 12th. He's going to do a series on music producers. The topic is Ted Templeman. I've already started doing my homework. That's why I was in touch with you earlier today, Mike. We're going to discuss, obviously Michael B., myself, sounds like Mitch Heyman, and Guitar Hack.
Cool.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
Very groovy.
Shauna Marie Sings is in the house. Good to see you. Awesome. Jeez, everyone's popping in. Cool. So yeah, any questions? Feel free to ask.
Fire away, fire away.
Otherwise, we're going to have to talk about the McGuy box. Maybe if we get 2 more thumbs up, since there's 40 people watching.
Yeah. It was,
All right, somebody left.
say
All right, nah, maybe 19, so there's only 39.
No, I still want the
He wants an even number. Hey,
even
Janice.
20.
Janice stopped in for a few minutes, and actually, we'll discuss that really quick. She just reminded me. This past Sunday, EVH Con, the 4th EVH Con at Greenwich Music in Riverside, Connecticut.
We'll show you.
If you want to see coverage of it, go over to Johnny Bean's channel. He's got 2, 3 videos, Johnny, up. Or 2 up and 1 more on the way, I believe. No, 3 up now. Yeah, because you just did 1, right? Yeah, check it out. EVH Con, there's about 40 Eddie heads there with their replica guitars and stuff. Let me see, just off the top of my head. Nesdal was there, Pete Carucci was there, Craig Guitar Wannabe was there, obviously. He supplied his rig for use. Joe Suma, obviously, because he owns a store. Rob Johnson showed up. He brought his that double neck Kramer replica I showed you earlier. He also brought his Steinberger that he has painted up and everything. Oh yeah, that's always a hit. There's this young 15-year-old, I guess, that showed up and just shredded.
Wow.
Yeah, like, I guess there was a proud papa, a huge grin on his face when he looks around and his half, there's a couple dozen middle-aged men just with jaws on the floor going, whoa.
Wow.
Yeah,
awesome.
really cool stuff.
That's
So it was
cool.
the 4th annual, and yeah, it was awesome. And Janice was there too. Yes, duh. That was, you reminded me of it, and I forgot to mention it. Janice popped in on her way to an open mic. That kid was so casual. Yeah, the kid. Jeez. Yeah, there's a few others that I don't know their names necessarily, but yeah, good times were had by all. Some good music. Well, you heard some of it earlier.
Yeah.
Man, that backing band, other than the bass player saying no repeats.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
But that singer, man, he
can't win them all.
he did a plausible
He did a pretty
DLR.
good DLR.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yes, mystery amp. All right, let's get on to that, Gussie. Okay, what? Michael Smith. Quick question. All right.
Yes.
How the new Gretsch guitar working out? Still staying in tune, Rich?
Haven't had any tuning issues with it.
Remember, that's the problem he had with
Yes.
his.
No tuning issues at all with it. Loving it. Really, really loving it. I was just saying to Ben just moments before we started the show. I was playing a riff in drop D on the SG. And he turned around and he's like, I was hoping you weren't doing that on the Gretsch. It just seems so wrong. And I was like, actually, I was doing that last night. And let me tell you.
And then we got on the whole thing about Soundgarden and the fact they use Gretches and Guilds and
But
bad motor finger.
I'm loving it. It's a fantastic act. It's really, really, really good.
All right. Let's see. He says awesome. Guitar hack. Hey Ben, there seems to be some demand for CanuckCon. Oh yeah, you haven't heard about that yet.
What?
Well, on the tail of EVHCon,
Yeah.
somebody mentioned CanuckCon and asked if I would host CanuckCon. So we get together half a dozen Canuck heads, like Guitar Hack. And,
Yeah.
and we do it possibly at Honey Badger HQ. And we do a jam session, maybe go live. Sometime next summer, because nobody's driving in the winter.
No.
Or we'll even, actually, by next summer, hell, we might even, rent the Lions Club or something like that. And like they had a Van Halen tribute band, we could have the Honey Badgers
Jam with the Badgers.
jam with the Badgers. If your folks are interested, let me know. There's an email address down below, canuckswithguitars@gmail.com. Let's see what kind of support we can get on that, and who knows? Or maybe we do it live from Ardens Music on a Sunday, because they're closed. Hey.
Super Sean, thanks, yeah.
Yes. A CanuckCon. When's CanuckCon? See? Yeah.
Yeah.
Christ.
Well,
yeah.
that's actually not the worst idea I've ever heard in my life. That's kind of like it.
All right, I see someone mentioning Mark from Tone Talk. Is he in here? Well, okay. Oh, yeah. One more question, and then we'll talk about the amp. BV says, Ben, what did Richie think of the only custom Japan-made green Ibanez RG?
Oh, man, I loved it, BB. I loved it. I that was super awesome. Yeah. I thought I didn't actually comment on it. I was busy at the time, but I saw it and was like, ooh, that's a sexy guitar. That's a really sexy guitar. Thanks for posting that one. I was just like scrolls. Woo! What's that? That's really cool.
Yeah, it seems to be catching on Guitar Hack. Gussie Wells says, I'll help with CanuckCon. There you go. Yeah. I forget where you're out of, Gussie. You told me that. But I have it in the notes.
But not local. Not local.
Soda Pop says, I'll play Trooper with Ben and Richie. I know 3 dressed as a 9. Or 6 dressed as a 9. 3 dressed as a 9.
Yeah.
I know it. Or I used to know it. I'm sure. Yeah. Babs and me jammed it out at a small harder practice one time.
Play some Troop.
See you later, Janice.
As long as
Oh,
it's not
okay.
here
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
good time.
Yeah.
I hate
Right.
that damn
Yeah,
stuff.
Mark Hazansky was at EVHCon.
Nah.
Yeah, he flew up from Florida. Crazy guy. But he flies a lot for work. So, yes. The MacGyvox.
So
You may remember last week,
you
folks.
may recall last week we saw Phase 1 of the Guy Box, which Oh, just for ease of moving.
Which you haven't seen it, watch last week's episode of Canucks With Guitars.
And first off, shame on you for not seeing it.
I don't know, I think they all saw it because it's got over 200 views, so.
And second.
Thanks, folks, by the way. We
Alright.
appreciate it.
So we talked about this last week's spawn, and this was picked up for a 6-pack of beer. And then, under the bad influence of our viewer there, Mr. Lando,
Yeah, Lando.
I was just like, modify a Vox Pathfinder into something useful, eh? But I didn't go with the swapping out the internal speaker route. I went with using a separate 112 cabinet. And just wired her up with the old speaker out jack there. Just,
Yeah, about there.
Speaker right out. Just got a chunk of rubbery crap in there. Yeah. So she's wired up with the speaker out. And you may have seen...
Jimmy T says, nice looking amp. Soda Pop
I was
Axe, what
testing
Lando
it
called
out
it.
through my little custom 12-gauge 112, which isn't the greatest sounding cab in the world.
No.
Despite the fact the speaker that was in it was pretty damn good, but
Yeah.
not a great sounding cab. So that night I got to thinking to myself, that setup's really nice, but you know what would be really, really nice? Find a matching cabinet. So I hopped on the old Kijiji.
AKA Craigslist, for anyone outside of Canada. That's as close as you're going to see it on camera, folks.
And I rounded up one of these.
And you're like, qu'est-ce que c'est?
It's an AC-15 shell. The guy traded me for an Electro Harmonics memory toy pedal. Now I had to do a 3-hour train ride and an hour drive to the train station. So like 8-hour day of traveling to get this.
To trade a pedal for this.
But I was trading a pedal that was collecting dust on my shelf
Yeah.
for something that I wanted.
And prior to that, you were only using it once a night for one song.
Yeah. So it was a gutted AC-15. He was running it with a hand-wired AC-30 clone thing in it. So it was already ready to rock for what I needed. So what I did is I threw the Eminence Legend that I had in the custom cab in there.
Put it up on the bars.
Wired her up.
There you go.
Put the speaker in, which if you've got an AC-15, you look at the back and you see that weird looking little rubber stopper. That's a speaker jack. Like it's a hole drilled for
Yeah.
Maybe they just use the same back plate for the cabinets. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into what Vox does with the back of the cabs to see, but yeah, there was a hole already drilled there with a little rubber stopper and a metal little bolty thing on it. And it was the perfect size for a speaker jack. I just popped it right through, put on the washer and the nut, and I was like, no drilling required, hop down. This was originally flipped the other way around, like as it would be on the amp when you would buy it. And I thought to myself, now if I could flip that the other way, it'd be a nice semi-open cabinet. So I put in a 2x4 up there that I painted at work, compliments of Old Greetham Industrial Services.
Thank you.
And I put it in there just because it needed something to screw into the top corners. It would screw in here, but it wouldn't screw, like, it just flopped. So I put that in, screwed it down. Shabadoo, for a grand total investment of $50 and a 6-pack of beer. I've now got a spiffy. Is that going to balance there?
If not, I got
Give
it.
it a little bracing, okay? I got a spiffy.
There, I got my
little-
foot on the front of the stool, too. Now, how nifty does that look on
I got
backlight?
myself a spiffy little Vox rig. It's surprisingly and alarmingly loud. And, yeah, very Voxy after doing the LED mod, which again, thank you, Lando, for pointing me in that direction with your video there. So yeah, $50 and a 6-pack.
In 8 hours.
Sweet custom Vox rig. And 8 hours of travel time. Yeah,
Yeah.
8 hours of my life I'm never getting back.
No.
Spent riding to go train reading a book. So, I mean, that wasn't a total bomb out, but that's a long
Well, Lando says really
frickin'
cool,
day.
so you got the Lando seal of approval.
Yes, thank you, Lando. You were the inspiration for this project to get off the ground.
Scarborough suitcase. Alright, I'm going to scroll back because we got a bunch of stuff during the show off there. So let's see here. Hey, Jeff Ripplinger, if I haven't said hey already. Sean Marie sings, Ben Coombs, you guys both look so cool. Love your style. Heart, heart, heart. Aw. Thank you, Shauna. That's very nice to say.
Why, thank you. See the alternative?
Yeah, differential go Ben. Yeah, qu'est-ce que c'est? BV says, Ben, those Zov cabs are good and very rare.
Yes, Zov, little known amplifier manufacturer behind the Iron Curtain, and
Yep.
current day
Gussie says
Lithuania.
that's dedication, Rich. Probably about your travel. That's dedication.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what the guy said too. He's like, man, you traveled from where to Burlington to get this? I'm like, I really wanted it. He's like, that's a heck of a trip. I'm like, I really wanted it. Yeah, I just popped on
I'll
the
come
used
back to
site.
your question, Randall.
There it was, and I was like, it's meant to be. And even the wife was like, you're going to Burlington for that? That's a heck of a trip. I'm like, it was meant to be, damn it.
Yeah.
And it was. It sounds great. It looks awesome.
Let's see here. Marco's images. Good job, Rich. Nice. I did something like that to a Fender Reverb 15. Cool.
Rocking. Yeah.
Soda Pop, how many tats? I think 10. Yeah. Or as I always say, I have one. Starts at my head, ends at my feet, and it's not done yet. Sean Marie sings, the only cab I'm concerned with is the one that's in my glass. Cabernet, that is. Haha, nice. I enjoy a nice Cabernet myself. Let's see. What does Hack call it
if I'm
2
drinking
for?
red, I'm more of a Merlot.
Yeah.
Cab's not my thing.
Soda Pop says, yeah, what does Hack call a 2 for? Yeah, Scarborough Suitcase.
Scarborough Suitcase, nice.
Top Flower's cool. Gussie's looking for Celestian Elnicos if anybody has some. Guitar Hack says that's freaking cool. Scarborough Suitcase, yep, hell of a deal. Very cool. Cab looks heavy. Not too, well, the 2x4 does add some weight to it. And then
It's actually...
you
it's
don't
not-
need to answer. He says, I'll be back in a
It's
bit.
not that heavy, but it's bulky. Like, it was really difficult to carry on the train, let me tell you that.
Gussie says, $50 in a 6-pack. Must be a country song.
Brum-bum-psh.
Alright, so we're going to scroll back. Because Randall Fisher says, what do you guys recommend for upgrades on a Fender Standard made in Mexico Strats and Tellys? It depends on the year. If it's early to mid-90s, not a thing because it's US, essentially, just built in Mexico, before they started downgrading the hardware.
Yeah,
If it's 2018,
it never
again, it's
hurts to
essentially a
change
US
the
standard.
nut. Like,
Yeah.
my telly, the only thing the previous
nut,
owner had changed was the nut. It was otherwise bone stock.
If
when I got
you
it.
aren't totally happy with the tone, maybe look at some different pickups just to change the voicing. I find the pots are pretty decent, so I wouldn't really worry too much about that.
Yeah,
like they're not cheap.
You're not going to get a drastic change in changing the wiring and just leaving it at that.
And if I was going to upgrade the pots, I'd upgrade above Fender's standard spec, like a US spec. So like I put in a Bourne's pot, like a Sean Silas
if you were
pot.
going to do anything with the wiring besides changing the pickups, like you're going to want to go top dollar to really hear the difference. Changing the pickups, it's a matter of taste. As far as I know, the pickups in mine are stock. But everyone who picks up that telly, they're like, there's something about this, man.
Yeah. Nut
So,
pickups.
I mean,
Depending on the telly, I'd swap out the bridge, but that's just me. Like mine has the 6-saddle vintage saddles. I don't like them. They're already starting to corrode. I noticed significantly. Yeah. Like that guitar. I picked up my Mexican telly the other night. I think it's my best playing guitar. Like my God, it plays so good. And I realized I used 0 measurements setting up that guitar because you did a setup on it, and then it was literally just fine tuning each saddle where I liked it, where it wasn't buzzing out, and set it up super fast. And yeah. And plus, I spent a lot of time working on that neck too, like sanding it here and there and stuff.
and as far as a Mexican Strat, it's...
I'd upgrade the trem block, but I'd probably do that in any guitar at this point. I'm looking at upgrading the trem block in my Kramer.
It will give you a marked difference, but it's again, if you're not feeling super confident in doing it, you're gonna take it into the shop, and then it's a matter of
your favorite Aussie, as you said earlier. Hey Shane.
Evening.
He says, "Hey fellow guitar nerds."
Buddy?
I gotta check out. He put up a Guitar Search Saturday, I believe, that Lando actually shot.
Nah.
Yeah. I'm so far behind. And then he put up something today. Oh, it's escaping me. I really want to check it out. That's what I'm doing after this. I'm going home and catching up I'm binge watching Shane. Let's see here. Ben, what's with Gibson not using pickup rings anymore? I thought they were still using pickup rings, but they got rid of the poker chip around the pickup selector, which I'm not keen on. I'm not keen on that. Because that set them apart. Because so many companies like Ibanez and stuff, a lot of times they would lose they'd lose the poker chip. I dig the poker chip. I also like pick guards on my Les Pauls. I like lots of stuff. I didn't realize they got rid of the pickup rings, though. I don't know about that. Although, it's supposed to be superior tone if you direct mount your pickup into the wood, according to a certain guy that likes to go by 3 initials out of Pasadena.
Yeah, you know what? It can be done, and my thing is, it's a matter of finish. Like, there's certain finishes I don't like the look without a pickup ring.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's like even certain finishes
like
lead better to a pick guard and not a pick guard.
Like a flame top burst.
Yeah.
I don't like a flame top burst without pickup rings. It just
right. And the poker chip and stuff because it breaks up the burst.
Yeah, it looks.
Yeah, it's like I personally.
It's very violin.
Yeah, like I personally like a pick guard on a cherry burst, whereas most people prefer no pick guard on it. But yet, say like my white custom. A white custom does not look good without a pick guard. You need that black pick guard to offset the Arctic white. I think it looks better aesthetically. Oh, Guitar Hack says rings are back. He'd know because he's up on his Gibson stuff.
All right, well there we are.
And apparently they're only $4, Todd.
What, pickup rings?
I think so.
Oh, well that's not bad.
Oh, it's good to see everybody chatting here. Let's see. Rings was last year. They're back this year, Ben. Okay, thanks, Todd. Yes, for me, it's that the lack of... I'm just happy they brought back 2 tone knobs the year that they did that 10 decibel boost. Eek.
Yeah, speaking of designs that nobody wanted.
Not when I was shopping for
they
a new
went through
Gibson.
A really bad phase for
crap,
like
we got 47 people watching.
For a good solid decade where they were just their innovations they were bringing out.
Actually, you know what?
You had to wonder who the sample group was that they were like, all right, so this is what we're thinking of bringing out next year. What do you guys think? They're like, oh yeah, no, that sounds great, eh? Yeah, no. You're going to put a piece of crap switch in there that does what now? Oh, yeah, bud. Yeah, put in about 6 of them.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Fellfish.
Like, just a bunch of hose heads.
Oh, okay, the poker chips are $3.95. Yeah, and see how I thought about that. As much as I love them, I've been doing that thing where I replace the poker chip with the 45 insert.
Yeah.
So, and for those who don't know, I use, like my tattoo here, I use one of those bad boys as my poker chip. Which I got to get around to replacing the one on my Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
Probably I keep debating what color I'm going to make it. Maybe a black chip. I don't know yet. Or just yellow for now. That was painfully Canadian, Richie. Guitar girl.
Who's that?
Guess who else has been a few years since been to Windsor? My son played football and we used to travel there. I used to live in Windsor for approximately 6 months.
I was down in Pelee Island for my honeymoon. It's like right in the middle of
and I
Windsor.
Drove through Windsor on my way to Gearfest this year.
Windsor gets a pretty bad rap. But,
well, you know what? Other than windy because it's so flat, and honestly, once every 10 days the wind would shift and you'd be downwind of Hiram Walker. The smell is rancid. I will say that. It was stanky. Fortunately, most of the industry is gone from upwind.
Yeah.
Like Detroit and stuff like that. Well, there's still a fair amount along there, but
yeah.
it's like uber industrial. Like complexes that run city blocks and stuff,
Yeah. It's
Lando says he just ordered some Fender locking tuners. I'll make a video about it eventually. Awesome.
Oh, and you know what? Please do, because I was actually looking at a set of those they had in Ardens. I was like,
Jeff Ripplinger, Rich, more oh yeahs. That was funny. Maybe that's the Uber Canadian.
oh yeah.
Which I think more of a Minnesota thing.
That's the thing. Like I've always thought that like what people say is like the stereotypical like
Canadian is
accent.
actually a Minnesota.
It's a Minnesota accent.
Yeah.
I've always said that. I'm like, no, that sounds like someone from Minnesota.
And they're from way further north than we are.
Oh yeah, bud.
Yeah.
What
Because
ice fishing.
it's from the Scandinavian settling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Around here, it's all Dutch. A lot of Dutch
lots
settlers.
of-
We always say the Brighton phone book because it's a town of 2,000 people. Half the phone book's just V.
Yeah, lots of wood shoe mafia in this area.
Can we say that?
I think so. I don't think it's like a recognized like hate speech term.
Yeah.
I don't think like
It will be after
I don't
this
think
video.
Dutch hate speech exists.
And there goes all the thumbs ups.
Gah. I have nothing against.
And
the
we still
Dutch,
have
for the
43
record.
people watching.
I
Thank
have,
you.
I have lots of Dutch friends.
Got to keep such a down there all the time. Mom still lives there. Yeah, you got to visit mom.
It's just funny to joke about though.
Yeah.
They're the first ones to joke about it.
Oh, you said a boot. You mean about?
A boot?
We don't hear it. Thus the Chrysler lunchbox. There's a beer store right by one of the plant gates. Yeah, and there used to be, I think it's still there. There's a Burger King right across the street.
Lunchbox.
Yep. Yeah, there's a beer store and a Burger King right across.
Nice. Yeah.
Because I used to sit at that Burger King and I'd watch. There's like a underground. It looks like underground garage, and you would just watch. And every like 45 seconds, Dodge Caravan comes out and it goes over a little speed bumpy little thing through the parking lot, and then they pull it over, park it. 45 seconds later, out comes another Caravan, and then you start doing the math of like when you understand the billions of dollars involved, because you're like, at that time, it was the mid 90s, but you're like 15 grand, 15 grand, 15 grand. It's 15 grand a minute coming out of there.
Yeah.
24 hours a day. Yeah. Jeff Ripplinger, I grew up in Minnesota and have a Vikings toque from the late 60s. You misspelled toque, but you called it a toque. And that's what counts, Jeff.
That is what counts.
That's awesome.
One of the
Everyone visit mom, yes.
one of the foremans at my work would be very pleased to hear that. He's a huge Viking
Intentional
fan.
caps, yes, Gussie.
He gets picked on a lot, but he takes it in
Hey,
stride.
Scott Nickerson made
He's
it.
got Viking pride.
Good to see you. Good to see you. So yeah, you guys have any other questions? Anything you found out about? Something you want some info on? Maybe we'll have an answer.
Maybe.
Does have pom-poms. Well, pom-pom. You only need one.
Mm.
Curious
Multiple
about
pom poms. It's a little.
that. What are we at? 38 minutes, just as I looked up. Okay, cool. Let's see what else we got for notes here. Because I did take some notes this week for once. Talked about that. I already did that. Oh yeah, we could plug our show sponsors.
We could, in fact.
We did talk about Ardens Music
We
earlier.
have mentioned one of our sponsors this evening.
Yeah, Ardens Music,
Ardens Music.
ardensmusic.com. They carry what? Fender, Gretsch, Epiphone, LTD, Ibanez, Takamine. Do they do Seagull still?
Norman and Seagull.
Norman and Seagull. They got basses,
Keyboards, drums, recording equipment,
Pro Audio.
violins, the whole nine. The shebang.
Yep, they
Hop on over to ardensmusic.com.
even have ukuleles if you're into
They've got
that.
international shipping. They've got fantastic and very competitive prices.
Yep.
And the other one is Reno Fin.
Reno Fin Guitars out of Victoria, BC.
RenoFin.ca.
Yep, check them out.
Fantastic
up.
handmade guitars.
Yep,
Beautiful stuff.
I love them.
Ben's got one.
I got one.
He's got a
You
signature
got one on.
model.
You got one on the way.
I got one on
Which I gotta touch base with Travis on that because I know he was going to do the guitar and the pickups, which I'm hoping he did the guitar first. So we can sit there and cure some more before shipping. So yeah, awesome stuff. Let's see here. Tomorrow, I think tomorrow is the day I'll be booking our flights to NAMM. So if you guys want to help out with the channel or with us getting to NAMM, there's some links down below for GoFundMe and PayPal. Thank you very much to those who've donated.
Yes, thank you very,
We also
very
have
much, folks.
merch. I'm just going down the notes,
Spiffy
folks.
stuff like that.
Spiffy. You can get this logo in white or black on a variety of things.
A plethora of
I
colors.
still haven't.
and
I
shapes.
know. I still haven't got around to some
It's
new
coffee
stuff.
cups. Is little
We have the
handkerchiefs for your dogs.
Facebook group, Canucks With
group.
Guitars on Facebook.
Yes, pop on over, chat. Say hello to
It's
people.
growing all the time.
Post things.
Let's see here. Okay. I'm just going to quickly check the chat before we go back to the notes. Chat hasn't moved. Chat hasn't moved at all. Really? Oh, there we go. Chat's flying. All right.
Backlog.
Chat was delayed. Have you guys tried the new Gibson Les Paul Jr.? No, sir. That involved me going into Long McQuay. And you assume they even have one here yet.
Or possibly Riverside.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll check that out, Guitar Hack. I know you dig them.
What have they changed on it? That's just the fact that they've brought back a proper junior.
Yeah, it's cool. I can't remember exactly the deal, but it's cool. Yeah, that much I remember.
Rad. Checking it.
Okay. Oh, dang. We thought we had that too, eh, Scott? You tried doing the deal? Yeah. So remember, he had an issue. He didn't put it in the standby, shut it off, and then it was making a noise.
Right. Yeah.
So he found it was the presence causing it, because when he adjusted the presence, it went away apparently temporarily. So amp update, got to take it in. Now feeling well. So yeah, and I thought, well, maybe it's just dirty pot, and I just told him just work it back and forth a couple hundred times. That's what Dave Reno says. Don't use the contact cleaner. Just work it in. So, Dave's Art Guitars has tried one of those Les Paul Juniors. Doesn't say. He just said he tried it. Guitar Girl says, hey, Ben Coombs, any recommendations on switch and pots for your Rorycaster? Well, industry standard, good industry standard, CTS pots.
Yeah.
I'm kind of partial to those Burns Audio. They're amazing, but they're not cheap. Switchcraft, decent stuff. At a much more affordable price. Yeah, CTS, Switchcraft, that'd be the best way to go.
Yeah.
Tanaka's in the house. Hey, buddy.
Hello.
Yeah, she says, pretty sure I destroyed mine. Yeah, remember when soldering, you do not want to have the soldering iron on there too long. You will fry the pot in no time. Especially the cheap ones that use a lot of nylon for bushings.
Especially when you're doing the grounding to the actual
one. And make sure to scuff it really good.
Yeah, scuff it with a bit of sandpaper first. Just like a little chunk on the tip of your thumb. Just give it a...
Alright.
So you can get a nice bit of grooviness. So the solder's got something to kind of bite into, because otherwise you try and put it on the smooth face of the pot. Most times. I'm not going to say 9 times out of 10, but a lot of times it'll just pop and you'll be frustrated.
Jeff Ripplinger asked, what's the proper spelling of toque? Guitar Hack answered, T-O-Q-U-E. Yes. Sometimes it's T-O-U-Q-U-E is acceptable as well.
It is.
Because as Canadians, we randomly stick U's in places.
Well, that's the, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's the French spelling of it.
All right. Gussie says, thinking on a Les Paul Jr. or SG with P90s, I would say the Les Paul Jr. myself. A little less versatile, but I also prefer them over SGs. That's just my opinion. He would probably go with an SG with P90s. Actually, no, you would probably go with Les Paul Jr. too.
I'd probably go... See... It would come down to the finish. If there was a Les Paul Jr. and an SG with P90s, both sitting in the store at the exact same price, it would come down to finish.
Hey, there you go. He says, have a Dylan Les Paul Jr. P90s, not the real deal. Dylan's a great one.
I've heard those are supposed to be really, really,
Canadian
really good. Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're Canadian, I think.
Pete.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
fantastic.
Pretty sure.
I have heard that they're supposed to be really, really, the best thing you can get short of an actual Les Paul Jr. is a Dylan.
Todd Flower
Same
says a friend of his got Les Paul Jr. and the neck was so thin it wouldn't stay in tune. That might be the player, because I play notoriously thin necks. And I don't really have... Oh, then again, I can play a guitar that's totally stable. He could play my guitar and it won't stay in tune for him. Even if you put your strings on it and such.
Yeah.
Just because you're a more aggressive player. Must have been a bad one.
For being such a dainty little fellow, I'm very, very ham-fisted.
Yeah, and I've become such a lazy player. Just enough pressure. That's why I like the super small frets, light gauge strings. Why am I working so hard? I'm not. Let's see here. New pickguard and finish. That's the difference of the new Junior. Okay. Gussie says his Dylan Junior has a fatty neck. Cool.
Yeah, see, if you can... That's what I really liked about the Epiphone Juniors. We've frozen.
We have frozen. Are we frozen? Maybe we're still on. Maybe we're not still on. The timer's still going.
Intriguing. Can you hear us?
We're back. Yes, you're frozen. Let it go. But I hear you. Audio's still on? All right. Well, this could be YouTube breaking again. So
this will just be like a podcast then.
Yeah, so this will be a podcast. David Rideout, good to see you.
I'm presently scratching myself, but none of you can see it.
All right, so I'm going to scroll back in the chat here, since I know you can still hear us at least. Question, I'm thinking about...
Oh, shoot. What was I explaining there when I had my finger pointed up like that? Permanently frozen. Oh, wait, no, we're back.
Hey, look at that. All right. So, where are we? Leaning on the SG. Okay, Absolute Mayhem's in the house.
Oh, the Epiphones.
Mercedes says, welcome. If you're new, please thumbs up, subscribe. If you're new, thank you.
The late 90s.
No problem, Randall, if you're still watching, because he's messaging me through Messenger. I'll answer the messages off air.
Yeah, late 90s Epiphone SGs had the big, chunky, 50s style neck on SGs. Les Paul Juniors. On a Les Paul Junior.
I think, Scott Nickerson, you described my whole affair with SGs. Love my SG. Hate to admit it, though. It has horrible case of neck dive, but it plays incredible. That's it. That, for me, it's like I'd love to play it, but I just can't get past the neck dive.
But that's the only reason I like and love and have fallen in love with that SG is the no neck dive.
Guitar Girl says, my daughter tied a helium balloon to my headstock once. I think she solved it. Nice. All right, we talked about the audio. It's so cold they froze. Yeah, it is getting cold. It was only a high of 6 degrees today.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible.
Keep your pants on. All right. Anybody? Back? Pixel? Ben and Rich? They are back. Awesome. Did you inhale and sing along? Marsman's in here? Hey, buddy. I haven't seen you in ages. Paul Lou, if I didn't say hi earlier. My 2010 SG Standard doesn't have neck dive. It's hit and miss. I don't know what the deal is with that now. And we still have 37 people watching, 26 thumbs ups. Thank you, guys. It says 38 here. Let's go with that.
Yeah, it says 38 on there.
Islander Winder. Hey, guys. Islander
Winder. Hey, bye. How you doing?
Sean Marie sings. Just to clarify, the reason I'm only concerned with my own cab is because I don't play the guitar. I'm pretty sure the cab you showed totally rocks. Looks sweet. Yes, but you're a singer, and that's fine. That's fine. The world needs more singing.
Yes. Yes.
Hi, Ben. Busy. Marsman says. No worries, buddy. No worries. Catch us when you can. That's all I ask. Ben, yes, the neck dive to your advantage and vibrato of the SHIT out of the guitar. Yeah, I suppose you could, but nah. I don't do a lot of vibrato. I do bends, but I don't do vibrato. I've yet to incorporate vibrato into my lead work. But I'm still new at lead, so don't hassle me. More thumbs ups, folks, and please subscribe. Guitar Hack says, thank you, Guitar Hack. I agree.
Thanks, buddy.
Guitar Hack might be on borrowed time, too. He always jokes once he hit 200 subs he was going to retire, and he passed that the other day. So, watch out. Don't tick him off, folks. My SG is an HP2, which I am changing. I thought of getting some metal knobs for volume and tone. 4 knobs made of solid metal should help. Sure. Yeah, I'm thinking titanium, platinum, you know.
Lead.
You get lead. Yep. Just wash your hands before you eat.
Pewter knobs.
Pewter, yeah.
Again, wash your hands before you eat.
Hasselben. Just did my... Okay, that's a guitar. You better not quit. Blocked my tremolo on my 77 Strat. I guess you all says. Yeah. Got to get that Ace vibrato down. Yeah, I know. I've been getting into the Ace bends a lot. Like, my punk rock guitar solo on Lovers. I always end it with that big Ace frilly guitar, or that bend. And I try to sustain it through an entire run, and then, so rather than jumping in on the G, I'll jump on the G the next time through. Let's see. Oh, yeah, okay.
Jiminy.
Oh, hanging fruit. How are we doing on time? All right, we got about 10 minutes left here, folks. You can tell he's going into overtime. So, any other questions or anything like that? I'm curious. we've discussed some good stuff tonight. This is awesome. In the meantime, let's give them a little preview of what's coming up. So
Painted 400 feet of railing today. I'm sore.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
There we go. This Sunday on the 29th or 28th, which you may or may not be appearing on any of the aforementioned.
It all depends.
You guys know how it is, the
It's
regulars.
a surprise.
So October 28th, we have we're doing a subscriber hangout with the Guitar Pit, Terry's GG&G, and possibly Todd Flowers if he has a microphone built into his laptop. But we'll test that, Todd, beforehand. The following evening, usually I know lately, last couple of weeks I've been going live during the day on Mondays. But this coming Monday, it's going to be on at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And we got Larry Mitchell coming on, Grammy Award winner. Friend of the Johnny Bean, David Nesdall universe over there.
Folks? How about that?
Yes. We have coming up then November 4th, Sunday, November 4th, because you guys know we're here every Thursday, so we don't even need to discuss that. We have the monthly roundtable, which will feature myself, likely him, JJ Says the Jams, Guitar Hack, an official roundtable member, and we may add somebody else, I'm not sure yet. So there'll be 3 to 4 of us anyways. And then the following day at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, we have Michiel from his channel. Oh, jeez, isn't that terrible? He's out of Belgium. He's friends with Henning. Somebody put in the chat what Michiel's channel is, please. Just be Michiel. I don't know. All right, we got him coming on.
There's that.
Bass player, gear reviewer. What's Rich's channel's name? Sean asked. No, it's not Cat Pick. That's Vlad's channel, Guitar Girl. Rich's channel is just Richard Shanahan. There's a link down below to it. There's not much there.
There's nothing there.
But you can check it out. All good here. Oh, Brian Stewart's in. Studio Shamil. Thank you, Guitar Girl. Thank you. Studio Shamil. No worries. No worries. Ironically enough, I messaged Vlad at Catpick to get Michiel's contact info. Don't know yet on Sunday, November 11th. That's an open slot at the moment. November 12th, Broken Chains is coming on. Our good friend Jimmy, retired law enforcement, now living in North Carolina. He's got a bunch of cool guitars to show off.
Should have Babcock on the 11th.
We should have
Do a
Babcock.
special Babcock episode.
But it's a Sunday, so it would be using Hangouts. How about we have Babcock on a Thursday?
Well,
You guys want to have
I can
Lawrence
say we're
J
going to
on
need
here?
more than an hour for Babcock.
Well, if we go a little late, we go a little late.
Well, I can go.
Well, no, you can't go until... Yeah, that's true.
I still got
All right,
some
well,
work
the other
Friday
option is
morning.
then if Babcock came over here and did basically what
Yeah.
we're doing with that. Except I
Hang
use
out
your
on
laptop,
Sunday.
obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. Let's, you talk to Lawrence J about November 11th.
See
Yeah, I
what
like
the-
that idea.
We'll
Since,
see what Larson the Seawolf has to say.
yeah,
but-
since he spent some time in the Navy. November 18th, the Sunday is open still.
We'll be honoring a veteran on our hang.
Yes. November 19th, I believe at 3 p.m. Eastern. We haven't quite nailed it down yet, but there's a 90% chance we'll have Henning Polly back on.
Ah, rockin'.
Yeah.
Ist gut.
Is good. Das good. Le Henning. In France. They call him Le Henning. Alright, so let's see here. I was at, okay. Screw Ace Vibrato, Michael Schenker all the way. Soda Pop, come on. You don't speak ill of Ace. By the way, have you checked out Ace's album? I've heard 3 songs so far.
I read the
dig it.
interview in Guitar World, and that was about as far as it went.
It's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Hey, Brian Stewart, if I didn't say how you earlier. I think I did.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably worth to check it. I
covered
haven't
that.
got around to it.
I
But
read those off the iPad. He's a cool dude. Yeah, he is cool. I meant, what's your guest channel's name? Which guest? I have a different guest like all the time. Usually I put links, whatever video that they appear on, I put a link to their channel. But most of the regulars that have come on, there's links to their channels already down below. You expand the description. Like Johnny Bean's there, David Nesdall, Richie's on there. I think JJ's on there, Caleb Rappaport, Tone King, Steve from Boston, Shane from In the Blues, China Guitar Skeptic. I hit it off with him. I was like, man, he's going on the list. He and I are just, we're like best mates. Oh, man. Sorry, dude. I know you're probably watching this. It's Friday morning for you. You're in bed. You're drinking your coffee. You're like, really, dude? Yeah, I went there. You need female representation, Guitar Girl says. Where do I split? Alright, do you want to come on for the round table, Guitar Girl? Do we want Kaylin on for the round table, folks?
I say yes.
Brian Stewart says, I listened to Ace's album, and the playing is great. I wish he could hire a singer. Yeah, Ace isn't the best singer.
See, that's one of my biggest holdbacks in listening to it. It's like...
Yeah, but see, I don't mind. Well, you should know. I don't put a lot of credence into the quality of my singer, because I love your singing. Because I love Izzy.
It's god awful.
I love Izzy singing. I don't mind Ace. You know, like Kurt Cobain. You know, I told you that the first time I heard you sing. I'm like, wow, Kurt Cobain. And then it nailed me afterwards. I'm like, nah, he's a little more Izzy.
The problem is trying to do things that require actual singing. I'm coming so hard.
All right, so everyone leave a thumbs up and type the number 1 in the chat if you want Guitar Girl on as a roundtable member. Well, there's one.
Speaking of female guitar representation, I just finished reading Lita Ford's autobiography. That's an awesome book. Some of the stories in there are just wild, man. Just like,
all right,
it actually puts to shame some of the like harder rocking guys' biography or autobiographies and stuff that I've read. Like her stories, it's like makes them just it tames them.
Nothing that was ever released, Jimmy T.
They sound like the Monkees.
Sorry, Hack, if I answered it before you could. Okay, so we have. I said to type 1, so I guess.
Yeah.
Kaylin, come on for the round table.
Through the system of democratic representation, you have been decided upon to...
Oh, they did do a song together.
Represent the people.
Oh, okay, because Brian Stewart says, I think... Oh, wait, he's talked that to Brian Stewart. What did Brian Stewart say? Oh, Quantum Flux. And he said it was the worst song. Rather disappointing. I gotta get my stream protocol down, LOL. Gussie Wells says. No worries. No worries. Yeah. Guitar Hack said no as well. Yes, you know, because Guitar Hack is a huge Ace Frehley fan, like myself. Mm-hmm. Jimmy T likes to do Stump the Hack with Kiss trivia. So, yeah. Man, yeah, I spent a lot of time worshiping that band. With and without makeup, even. Because it was the 80s.
I will say the impressive part is Gene Simmons.
And Brian Stewart.
Playing on 2 of the songs.
And co-writing.
Yeah. That was I thought that was kind of neat.
And the single, what's it called? Playing with the Boys, Rocking with the Boys. That was either the lyrics or part of the song. He wrote that in like 77 or something like that.
Yeah.
Which would explain, because I was like, wow, this sounds like good old Ace. Well, it's because it is good old Ace.
This is a back in the day Ace track.
Crack the Hack. Ace Frehley is a very talented mime. Yeah, they were, yeah, I'd agree. Very loud mime. Eddie Van Haskell just chimed in. Good old Eddie. All right, let's see here. We're going to probably wrap things up here. Anton Fig is on it too. Good.
Yes.
Yes, in between tours with Joe Bonamassa, probably. Let's see here. I heard a rumor Guitar Hacks likes Kiss. Yep. All right, Shauna Marie sings, bye everyone. Time for me to cook dinner. It was great just hanging with all you. Awesome.
Cool. Thanks for hanging out. Have fun. Hope to see you again.
If Ace wasn't in Kiss, no one would have ever heard of Kiss. Just my opinion. I don't know. Gene Simmons, man, he was on, you know, like the guy on the business side. I think we would have...
They would have wound up being a polka band called Kiss, and Gene would have found a way of making $1 million off it.
There we go. Yes, Lando. Oh, you have carte blanche, Lando. You know that, right?
How different would world have been?
Now here you go.
Satanic polka band.
After work tomorrow, when you get home from work, selfish plug, tune in to my channel, Lando, at 4 p.m. Eastern. He's doing one of those premiere deals for a new video. Halloween video. Scary bad.
Yes, I watched your video on the snake oil power cords too. And at first I was just like, what? Somebody really, like, is somebody actually trying to market
Sean.
a better power cord?
Care.
And lo and behold, there is some arsehole out there trying to market a better power cord. And thank you for calling out that snake oil salesman, Lando. It was kind of amusing, too, like watching the video.
Yeah, Sean Zimmerman says, hey all, I'm here, lol, not that anyone cares. We care, Sean.
Hey there.
You've been around basically since day one. I care. Hey, Craft Beer Pours. Good to see you, buddy.
Hey.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Guitar Hack's going to see Bonamassa next week. Awesome.
Cool, man.
Yeah,
Cool.
and yeah, in case you missed it when we were talking about him on your show the other day, he's not touring with any 59s, but he has 260 Les Pauls he's touring with on this tour. Assuming he brought the same guitars to Canada he was using in the US. I watched his rig rundown just in the last couple of months. And he's got a pair of Dumbles on stage again now, too. So you get to hear 60 Les Pauls through Dumbles. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice. Oh, yeah, the $150 cable. Yeah.
Snake oil. I couldn't believe
No
Victor
way, Brian
Wooten
Stewart.
has one.
I want that shirt. He says, I have a t-shirt that says, who died and made you Ace Frehley.
Nice.
I love it. Can we forward it to Tommy Thayer?
Oh, zing, 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 zing. Zing.
Awesome. All right. So, yeah, we're going to wrap things up. Thanks to each and every one of you that tuned in.
Yes, thank you very much for tuning in, everyone.
Want to say thank you to my mod squad. We didn't really see any problems in the chat, but you guys are there, folks. Thank you very much. That's what he has to add.
Yep, pretty much.
There we are.
That's it, folks.
So as we say, or as I say, hold those doors open. Let that guy ahead of you in traffic. Do good things, and good things will happen to you, because karma is real. I want everyone to have a great night. Be good to each other, and rock on. Till next time.
Take care,
We'll see you Sunday. Cheers.